ramped up production. I mean, if you look at the genesis of the entire problem, it's a plant that started out in August, and it started producing the older models of Apple, and the government has been using it as a sort of hallmark for the policies the Modi government has implemented, that it's been able to attract. So, in a sense, right now it seems like things are back to normal. Wistron, in its own statement, also said it's committed to following and implementing all labor regulations. It's got a lot of expansion plans in the country, and so do other Taiwanese manufacturers. Pegatron said that it's looking at manufacturing hardware in India. So that's the situation right now.
Uni, is there a sense that this will impact FDI flows to India? After all, the US-China tensions have I guess, encouraged alternative supply chains.
Yes, I mean, it is a setback in that sense. It doesn't play well, and then, like I said earlier, it's because the company is involved. I mean, it gives India unnecessary bad publicity. That's the reason why they are calling it liberation. The government is conscious of the fact. The minister has put out a statement that they're talking to the local authorities as well as investors. Apple has sent a team to investigate the incident and to check if Wistron adhered to the labor practices. Right now, I guess this will have some impact, but it's something that the government can surely recover lost ground. I don't see immediately it impacting investment, but definitely such incidents, even minor going forward, will definitely be on the foreign minister's radar.
Uni, thank you so much for joining us. New Delhi Bureau Chief Uni Krishnanda joining us. Okay, let's get to markets and have a look at what's going on with the MSCI Asia Pacific Index. It is moving to the upside, and really at the moment we are heading towards a record close for this broader benchmark. Hang Seng off to its lunch break in just under 4 minutes. Nikkei 1/4% up. We have the ASX 200 also well bid up. It's all about stimulus and the possibility we could get a relief package sooner rather than later as both sides on Capitol Hill get closer and closer together for an agreement. Jacinda.
That's right. We'll have more on Australia's push to challenge China's tariffs on its barley exports through the World Trade Organization tomorrow. We'll be joined by Australia's Agriculture Minister David Littleproud at 6:40 a.m. Hong Kong time. This is Bloomberg.
This is Bloomberg Daybreak Middle East. On top stories this morning, the global equity rally rolls on. Mitch McConnell says lawmakers will remain in Washington until a deal gets done. Charles Schwab warns of rampant speculation. The ECB lifts its ban on bank dividends, but strict limits loom on how much money can be handed over to shareholders. Saudi Arabia confirms its intention to cut spending next year with the economy battered by cheap oil and the coronavirus pandemic.
We expect the first batch of vaccine that we bought to be arriving very soon. I would say possibly within hours.
And oil's rally pauses on reports that U.S. stockpiles are rising. OPEC says the cartel must not rush to boost output, with global energy demand remaining weak. It goes 8 a.m. across the Emirates. It's Daybreak Middle East. I'm Manish Krani in Dubai. So our backdrop to risk is that the fiscal pulse in America could move from a dream to reality. This is the complexion of markets this morning. S&P 500, of course, broke its downtrend yesterday, put on over 1%. There's the commitment there to do a deal from Mitch McConnell. Are we in rampant speculation land, as Charles Schwab has suggested in the headlines? A couple of things from Bank of America's survey. Cash was at that 4% level. We haven't been this low. The red flags are flying for Bank of America.